I'm so like excited and nervous for this video, but I don't know if that's jitters or if that's coffee jitters. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you had an amazing holiday. I think you guys are gonna see this. Actually, I really don't know when. So I hope you have an amazing holiday, that you spend it around people that love you, family, found family, relatives, what kinship, whatever it looks like for you. But I hope you are surrounded by some sort of love during that time. And if you weren't, hugs to you. So what I'm doing today is I'm doing a video on drugstore makeup everyone should try at least once. This is a collab with Desiree from Space Case. I love her. I love her channel. If you have not checked her channel out, which you probably have, it's fire. She's fire. You need to check it out. She has really good videos. They are informative. She's funny. She does a lot of good reviews on products. She does a lot of creative videos as well. I love people who do like creative videos and things that maybe you're not seeing a lot on YouTube. And I just overall just think she has a great channel. You know, you come across somebody's channel and you're like, this is a great channel. I enjoy almost every video she puts out, if not every video she puts out. I'm actually a subscriber to her channel. And that is how I found her. So anyway, I could just gush about her for a long time, but just go and look and you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to have her channel link down below as well as her video. So we're both doing this. We didn't tell each other what products we were picking or anything like that. So I don't know what she picked. So I can't wait to see. I have gone over my products so many times, y'all, because the perfectionist in me was like, is this what I really want to talk about? And I think I figured it out. Okay. And then the final thing I will say, and then I swear we will get started, is if you are here from Desiree's channel, hi, how are you? I hope you're well. I hope you'll stick around and check out some other videos and more videos to come. Either way, I appreciate you checking out this video, and let's get into it. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay. So drugstore makeup that everyone should try at least once. First of all, you need to try Wet n Wild eyeshadows. I think most people have, but if I'm talking to you and you have not tried Wet n Wild eyeshadows, listen, everybody needs to try Wet n Wild eyeshadows at least once. I don't care if you only buy luxury. I don't care if you only put Gucci on your face. I don't care if you only use Dollar Tree makeup. I don't care. You need to experience this. I have some recommendations. If you're like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go for it. I don't want something big. I don't even want a palette. Get Walking on Eggshells by Wet n Wild. This is iconic. This has gone through so many iterations, and I think this is one of the best palettes that they have come out with. And I love to see drugstore have some iconic things in the, excuse me. I love to see drugstore have some iconic products. So this is Walking on Eggshells. I mean, this pigmentation is out of this world. Look at that. Look at that. The palette I have on my eyes today, I have a mix of, what do I have on my eyes today? I have this one in Call Me Sunshine on today with the Danessa Myricks shadow as well on. But look at this. This shade right here, very similar, but a little bit different. I love these bronzy kind of tones. Speak to my soul. But this is the one that I have on my lids today. Look at that. You need to try that. And then if you can find the iconic what is this? Comfort Zone palette from Wet n Wild, the OG one. Get it? Get it? So good, so good. So I think in terms of like, I don't know what other eyeshadow has been as good as Wet n Wild, has been the bang for the buck that Wet n Wild has been, and has been as consistently good. Now, does Wet n Wild have some duds eyeshadow wise? Yes. But overall, their regular line eyeshadows, I think if you find a color scheme, even if it's not one of these that you like, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be good. It's going to be pigmented. It's going to be long wearing. And it's just going to look good. Nobody's going to look at you and be like, oh, wow, you have on that drugstore eyeshadow. Like, it's going to do what it needs to do. So I think you need to get into it. Let me get this off my hands and then I will come back and we'll talk about some other things. Okay, next up. Now, like I said, this isn't a full face, but I do have a foundation that I think is a great beginner friendly / everyone should try it. And it is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I'm holding a matte and poreless one. I do have dry skin. I can still wear this one and it looks beautiful on my skin, but they do have a dewy and smooth version, which I absolutely love. It's over there in the drawer. Wear it just as much as well. Today, for whatever reason, this is just the one that I put on. But the matte and poreless or the dewy and smooth, I think I'm so hyper about this video. I think this is a great beginner friendly foundation and one that everybody should try at least once because it's not too much of anything. It's not so high on the coverage. It's like a solid medium coverage, but you could even go light coverage with this if you just use a little bit less, shear it out, maybe use a beauty sponge, and it's going to be beautiful. You can build it up a little bit and it's going to be beautiful. Now, the dewy and smooth one isn't as buildable. Put on what you want at the beginning because it's not as buildable. Plus, the more you build it up, the more dewiness you also build up. So just keep that in mind. I actually like to mix these two, and I really want Maybelline to come out with an actual natural finish foundation that is literally the baby of the dewy and smooth in this one. The day that happens, I am going to just be pleased. These two formulas just need to be merged, and that will be that. But I think a lot of people would enjoy that, whether you have aging skin, mature skin, teenage skin. You know, my skin is in its 30s, and I just think it looks really, really good. And I like the coverage. Like I said, it's really pretty. It's a great everyday for any need. This foundation works. Okay, I need to speed up and talk about these products a little bit faster and stop pretending like we're just sitting here in my living room just with all day to kill. Now, if you are like, okay, foundation is great, but I either want a powder foundation or I want something to set my foundation. I don't have a loose powder recommendation, y'all. I just don't think the drugstore does that very well, especially as somebody with dry skin, okay? So I just can't in good conscience recommend one that I think everybody needs to try. But the L'Oreal powders, I think everybody needs to try these. Now, I have two different ones. If you're on the drier side, or more mature side, I would say try the creamy powder foundation, Age Perfect. And if you're on the normal oily side, even though dry skin could definitely use this one as well. I use this, I've been using this for the longest time. It's the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder, okay? And these are beautiful. What I like about them is that this one even more so, it's more undetectable on the skin. Now, if you build it up too much, you're gonna see powder, it's powder. But if you put it on with a really fluffy brush and just set your foundation, it just looks absolutely beautiful. This is so beautiful on the skin as a powder foundation. Same with this one, but I find this one to be even more beautiful on my dry skin. It has beautiful coverage, a little concealer in this, and you won't know what hit you. These are absolutely beautiful, and I just think L'Oreal does powders very well. Pressed powders, L'Oreal does very well and most consistently, because that's the other thing. There are some other powders that I like, but theirs are the most consistent, where if I really need to grab a powder, I know I can grab almost any powder from this line and enjoy it a lot. So I think everybody should try a L'Oreal powder at least once. It is some of the best that the drugstore has to offer. I'm telling you, get into it, get into it, get into it. I am super excited about this video, y'all, because drugstore makeup will always have my heart. I love makeup at all price points, but something about a good drugstore makeup product. And let me see, do I have any more L'Oreal? I don't. Let's talk about a couple other things and then we'll get into some lip products. So I think everybody should try the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel first. And beginners right here, okay? But everybody should try this at least once. And you'll notice a trend with the products that I pick. They don't go too far to any one extreme. And I think that makes them very versatile. And a lot of people could get them and they could be what they need, or they could be that starter product and they could figure out from there kind of if they want more of one thing or the other. And this NYX Control Freak, what I love about it, put that out. What I love about it is, first of all, it has this big wand. And that's not going to be a problem because when you pull this out the tube, this isn't goopy. A lot doesn't come off or anything like that, but it's just enough. And then you can go through and set your brows. This is a very soft set. I have to mention that though, okay? It's a soft set. So for some people, this might be a little bit softer than what they want, but I think for most people, this is probably going to be pretty good. And I love this. This is one of the products that I have been purchasing the absolute longest. I've been using this for years upon years upon years. And then something that I was late on the bandwagon for trying, and so I don't want you to make that mistake, is the Essence Lash Princess Lash Princess Mascara. This one right here is the blue one in the false lash effect. I also like the volume one, and I think the sculpted volume, and then the green one as well. But the Lash Princess, oh my God, I can't speak. The false lash effect is my favorite. The blue one is my absolute favorite. This one is so beautiful. I have it on today, but I do have on half lashes. I have on my favorite half lashes from Amazon. They're fire. I can link them down below if you're interested in them. Because I'm just so proud that I can put on lashes now, y'all. It still takes a while, but I can do it. But this is what the brush on that looks like right here. And this is a natural hair brush, which is my preference, but this builds length and volume at the same time, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's not just lengthening, it's not just volumizing, it really is a nice combination of both. This formula right here is the waterproof version, which I actually prefer. And it just looks beautiful on the lashes. And I think most people, this would be your go-to mascara. And mascara is something that most people go through often. So the fact that this mascara is like under $5 is a great bargain. But it is so good. And I choose this mascara over many mascaras. It's really good. And then I'm going to mention one other face product, I think, and then the other things I think are all lip products. This is now, I went back and forth, y'all, because I love concealer. So I really went back and forth on like what concealer to mention. And in the end, I've thought about the concealer that I've recommended to strangers. Like if I've been at Ulta or something and somebody's looking for their first concealer or something like that, and I get to talking to them, this is most of the time what I recommend, if not the other one from Maybelline. But this is the Maybelline Age Rewind. And again, this is a thin concealer that will shock you with the coverage it has. But at the same time, not everybody wants full coverage with every single concealer. I don't think every single concealer needs to be the fullest of the fullest coverage. And this is a nice, like, light medium coverage. To me, it's medium coverage, but you can go lighter with it again. And I like that. I think it's very versatile. And I have the shade Caramel in it right here, and y'all have gone through so many of these. And then as you can see, I also have the yellow shade, which is the neutralizer. You can see these are products that are loved in my collection. Can you see that? These are products that are loved in my collection. Like, I'm not playing no games. They are loved, they are well used, and I just think everybody should try these at least once. You should try these, you should know what you think of them, which I think more than likely you're gonna love them. Even if you move on to something else, I think you're really gonna enjoy them. And I think these are a great concealer also because of that thinness. I'm sorry guys, I don't feel comfortable in my clothes today. Because of the thinness that they have to them, I also find that they just don't interfere, and they are great partners to most other complexion products. So, you know how sometimes products are kind of finicky and it's like, yeah, it's good, but only with these kind of foundations. This is like that best friend that like you can take with anybody and it's going to work out. And I just think that makes it super versatile and pretty universal. And I think a lot of people would enjoy these. So that's why I'm recommending these. I know the little thing like this is weird, but to be honest, I find it kind of fun to put on, and I'm only using this makeup on me, so I don't mind, not one bit. So there is that. And then let's talk about some lip products. Now we're doing a little bit mixing the old with the new. So the first lip product I want to mention, I don't think it's as new now, but this is one of the more newer things, and these are the Maybelline Super Stay Ink Crayons. I was also late to this bandwagon. These are so good, guys. They deserve all the hype that they get. If you want a comfortable matte lipstick, this is where you need to look. These are, what's special to me about these is that they're comfortable, but they're long wearing. And then because they have, you see that, like that point, I think for a lot of people, even if you have smaller lips, they have an ease to them in putting on. And if you're somebody and you're like, you know, I don't even like lip products, I don't like putting on lip products, I challenge you to try one of these. I still challenge you to try one of these and the other one. I might even challenge you to try this one more. Actually, I do. But if you're like, I want to experience a matte texture, I don't want to pay too much money, and I want to kind of see how I even feel about that on my lips, I challenge you to pick up one of these and try them, because I think you're going to absolutely love them. And the other thing is, you can just take this. right? Like just dab it on your lips a little bit for a little bit of a stain. Just a couple little dabs, rub it in, put some lip gloss on top. You don't have to wear these as full color as they come. So I think that makes them really versatile and beautiful. And I think that if you have not tried these, everyone should try these at least once. Maybelline did an amazing job. It makes me proud to love drugstore makeup, to know that Maybelline came out with these and they're fire. And then, guys, I could write a whole love letter to these, okay? This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick. If Revlon does nothing else for the rest of time, they gave us one of the best lipstick formulas that the drugstore has ever seen and will ever see. I'm making a bold statement, but I feel how I feel. You know what I mean? I feel how I feel, and I think it is what it is. These are so absolutely amazing. So if you're not familiar with these Revlon lipsticks, they've been around for a very long time, and they come in a cream formula. You can get a pearl finish, and they also have matte finishes. So look on the bottom, because where it has the name on the bottom. Can you see that? But then it also has what the finish is as well. So play around with that. I think these are so great, so beginner friendly, because they almost feel balmy, not slippy, not slippery or anything like that, but they have a balm feeling to them while still feeling like a lipstick. And so I think people who are scared of lipsticks, you know, because not everybody feels comfortable wearing lipstick. So if you're one of those people, but you're like, I kind of want to try a lipstick, I would point you toward this range. Again, you can also do that technique that I'm talking about. The shade that I have on today is Bare It All, but I have it on with a brown lip liner. This is one of my favorite nudes, but you can do this technique that I'm talking about. Dab it and go. These are so beautiful. I love the creaminess of these. And no matter what condition my lips are in, these always look really, really nice on the lips as well. And then the final thing that I want to mention is an OG, but should not be forgotten about. Yeah, I think I have a lash. First video back filming and I just can't pull it together. I apologize. The NYX Butter Glosses. So good. This to me is the epitome of just a basic gloss. And I mean that in the most perfect way. The formula is so good. It is thicker, but not. I wouldn't call it a thick formula, but I wouldn't call it a thin formula. Again, right there in the middle. And I think that's going to work for a lot of people. You can't underestimate that. And it has the smaller applicator than the, if you've tried the intense butter glosses. See, it has that smaller applicator. And they give off a decent amount of color. Like you can wear these on their own. You can use these to top lipsticks, whatever you want to do with them. But they're just so beautiful. And like I said, they're not too much of anything. They're not too goopy. They're not too sticky. They don't have so much pigmentation that you're like, whoa, I'm scared of that. But they don't have so little that you're like, did I put anything on my lips? Do you know what I'm saying? So they are just that perfect in-between formula, and I'm into it. And I think that if you claim to love drugstore makeup, if you do love drugstore makeup, I wasn't trying to be shady, y'all. And if you have never tried these before, I think that you need to give these a go. You need to give these a try. So that's everything. I could do this video more than once, but that is everything. Thank you so much, Desiree, for being receptive to this idea, thinking it was a good idea that I came up with, and being willing to collab with me. I absolutely love you. I love your channel, and I can't wait to see what you picked. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.